Buying insurance? 8 must-ask questions for your agent. Welcome to Online Investment Compass. Today we're diving into a topic that might feel overwhelming, especially for first-time insurance buyers. Buying insurance is an important milestone. It's about protecting what matters most, from your health and car to your home and family security. But let's face it, navigating insurance policies and jargon can be intimidating. That's why we're here to guide you every step of the way. In today's video, we'll uncover 8 must-ask questions to help you make smarter, more confident decisions when speaking with an insurance agent. By the end, you'll feel empowered to assess policies, spot hidden details, and ultimately choose the coverage that suits you best. Let's get started. This is the very first question you should ask. While every policy aims to offer protection, what's covered, and more importantly, what's not, varies significantly depending on the type of plan and provider. For example, does the auto insurance policy include theft or flood damage? Does the health insurance cover pre-existing conditions? If you're buying homeowners insurance, are natural disasters like floods or earthquakes included or excluded? It's easy to assume you're fully protected, only to find out later that certain events aren't covered after you need to file a claim. Your agent should be able to walk you through detailed inclusions and exclusions so you know exactly what you're signing up for. Remember, never hesitate to ask for clarification when technical terms appear confusing. Insurance premiums, the amount you pay regularly for your policy, are influenced by various factors. For instance, in health insurance, your age, medical history, and lifestyle habits might play a role. In auto insurance, factors like your car model, driving history, and even your location can affect your premium. Knowing how these premiums are calculated allows you to better understand the value of your policy. Ask questions like, are there ways to reduce my premiums? Will my premiums increase over time? Understanding this process ensures you make a financially sustainable choice. Balancing affordability with sufficient coverage is key. One of the best-kept secrets of the insurance industry is the availability of discounts on policies. Many people don't ask about them and end up paying more than they need to. Take the time to explore all eligible options. For example, bundling discounts, combining home and auto insurance under the same provider. Safe driver discounts, a reward for maintaining a clean driving record. Good health incentives, discounts for non-smokers or those with a healthy medical history. If you're working with an agent, make sure they proactively identify every opportunity for you to save. This question is critical, as the claims process can vary significantly between insurers. Ideally, your chosen policy should come with a simple and straightforward way to file claims. Ask your agent to walk you through the claims process. Clarify important details such as, how soon can I expect a response after filing? What sort of documentation will I need to provide? Are there any extra fees associated with filing a claim? Knowing the claim process inside and out will reduce stress during emergencies. The last thing you want is to scramble for information during a crisis. The deductible is the amount you'll need to pay out of pocket before your insurance kicks in. For instance, if you have an auto insurance deductible of $500 and a repair costs $2,000, you'll first pay $500, and the insurance will cover the remaining $1,500. Understanding your deductible is essential because it directly impacts both the cost of your premium and the coverage you receive. Lower deductibles generally mean higher premiums, while higher deductibles reduce premiums but increase out-of-pocket costs. Talk with your agent about the balance that works best with your financial situation. Don't be afraid to ask your agent how this policy stacks up against others in the market. Agents often have insights into competing policies, especially if they work for a brokerage rather than a single provider. Ask, what sets this policy apart from others? Are there comparable plans at a lower cost or with better benefits? This ensures you're making the best use of your budget while having adequate protection. It also gives you leverage for negotiation. Nobody likes surprises, especially financial ones. While your premium is the cost you'll hear most about, other fees, such as administrative charges, service fees, or cancellation penalties, may not be highlighted up front. Ask your agent to disclose all possible additional costs in writing. This ensures you have full transparency about what you're expected to pay, including during policy renewals. Speaking of renewals, this is another important area to clarify before signing on the dotted line. While you might feel satisfied with your initial premium, rates can increase during renewals. Some policies may also have clauses requiring you to meet certain conditions to maintain coverage. Ask, How often are rates reviewed? And will my premium change at renewal? What happens if I miss a payment during the renewal period? By asking these questions, you'll avoid misunderstandings and be better prepared for possible changes. Now that we've covered the questions, let's touch on a recurring hurdle: insurance jargon. Industry terms like liability, premium, or rider can be confusing if you're not familiar with them. A proactive way to approach this is by asking your agent to simplify concepts into plain language. For example, if they refer to liability insurance, you can ask, "Does this mean protection against causing damage to others?" There's no shame in asking for clarification, and a good agent should be happy to ensure you fully understand. As a first-time buyer, it's natural to have a learning curve, but some mistakes can cost you in the long run. Let's review 3 common missteps. Shopping based only on price. While affordability is important, focusing solely on the cheapest policy may lead to inadequate coverage. Skipping the fine print. Not reviewing policy terms thoroughly can result in surprises later. Not asking enough questions. You have every right to ask as many questions as needed. Clarity is worth it. Take your time to avoid these pitfalls and use today's must-ask questions to guide you. Here are 2 additional pro tips to keep in mind. Consider customization. Some insurance providers allow you to tailor your coverage based on your unique needs. Don't hesitate to inquire about these options. For example, if you're a freelancer, you might want to add a rider for business equipment within a home insurance plan. Frame your questions clearly. Instead of asking overly broad questions, try rephrasing them to be more specific. For instance, ask, "How does this deductible work in practice if I need to file a claim?" Whether you're a young professional or part of a growing family, insurance needs differ. Young professionals. If you're renting, ask about renter's insurance. It's often affordable and protects belongings from theft or damage. For auto insurance, safe driving discounts can help keep costs down. Families. Look for comprehensive home insurance that includes protection against natural disasters. Life insurance is essential to provide financial security to dependents in case of emergencies. These examples show how asking targeted questions can directly influence your choice of coverage. Before we wrap up, here's a quick summary of the 8 key questions every first-time buyer should ask their agent. What does this policy cover and exclude? How are my premiums determined? Are there discounts I'm eligible for? What happens if I need to file a claim? What is the deductible on this policy? How does this policy compare to others? Are there additional fees or hidden costs? Can you explain the renewal terms? These questions serve as your toolkit to get the most out of your insurance experience. By asking the right questions, you're not just purchasing insurance, you're taking charge of your financial security and peace of mind. Remember, it's okay to take your time and explore options. It's a critical step toward building a stable foundation for your life. Now it's your turn. Before your next meeting with an insurance agent, write down these questions and use them as a checklist. If you found this video helpful, feel free to share it with friends or family who might benefit from it as well. Finally, if you need personalized advice or have any questions, don't hesitate to call or write to info@finsurance.at. I would be glad to help. Do like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and here's to making insurance less intimidating, one question at a time.